All right, guys, what's up? It's Xavier,
I'm Alyssa.
and you're back on
Exactly.
All right, so today we have some Nico Harrison news, some
Yes.
breaking news from Nico, some recap of the Mavs, the good, bad, and the hideous, which is common now.
Yes.
Then we got some recap for the last Seahawks game against their division rival of the LA Rams.
Yes.
So, all right, I'll cue the intro. All right, guys. So now we got these last 4 games. It was a 4-game home stretch.
And it showed.
Yeah, typically it's like awesome. We're playing at home, right? But
there's no home advantage for the Dallas Mavericks.
Absolutely
Let's just say
not.
that.
There is none. So that's why we did so great when we went to the finals. Anyway, getting off topic. Coming back. Last 4 games.
Right.
Quick overcap. What do you think? Good, bad? How would you evaluate just as a whole?
I think predictable. They've been having long stretches of losing and a 1-game win. So
Very
I'm
accurate.
not surprised.
Yep. So that's exactly what happened, right? We went on another slump of continuous losses and 1 win. So
let's start off with the Bucks, which is the last one that we haven't touched on.
So that was the first game.
Yeah, which was with Giannis, and I will give him his props. There is a reason why his brothers are on the bench with him.
Yeah, the Greek Freak was shut out in the first quarter of that game for the most part.
Surprisingly, but he ended up having one of the most points of 30 points the game. Yeah.
He was the team leader at the end of it. He had 30 points, 8 rebounds, and Rollins had 8 assists for the Bucks. Those are the leaders. The Cooper Flag, our rookie sensation, had 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. He did it all that game. And I say did it all very lightly. It wasn't much that was done.
Yeah.
The end game score was Bucks 116, Mavs 114. B. Will started for the first time this game.
Yeah, and I think there was a huge difference in motivation because he is a great two-way player. Yeah. You know, there's usually like, oh, he's so offensive, but defense sucks. But I can't complain with B. Will. And he's a G Leaguer. Like, what is
X?
That's a whole other ex-G Leaguer, but you got to know your roots.
Yeah. So it was his first start of the season. He comes off, that game, a little bit nervous still. Yeah. Obviously, first start of the season. Not his first start ever, but his first start of this season. Which we had been calling for. So thank you.
Yes.
Which he gives that energy, gives that spark. He started off the game, giving some of that energy that we needed, like the bench energy, but he's not a bench player.
I agree. And I like that he started because it gave him more time, which ended up him having 19 points that whole game, which is higher than our no more starters.
I mean, it's not far from the leader who was 26 points.
Yeah.
So the leader had 26 points, which is Cooper. I mean, my main thing was B-Will. D-Lo needs to be traded. That's my thought on that game. He did terrible again. For being the guy that we traded to come and replace Kyrie, or not replace, sorry, just be interim Kyrie. He's doing horrendous.
I agree, and especially in the turnover ratio, if you look at it, he's one of our main contributors to that. Like this turnover, we had 15 turnovers. Yes, okay, the Bucks had 13, but ours are consistently 15 and over turnovers, which will go on each game.
Yeah, our handling, I guess the efficiency of the ball. It's a lot of thrown, interceptions across the court, and a lot of them do come from D-Lo.
Yeah.
I mean, whether we like it or not. One of the big highlights for the Bucks was Giannis dunking on Cooper and Gaff.
Yeah.
So, the energy, like I said, it wasn't always there, but B-Will does bring a bit more energy.
He does.
But Cooper looking like he was a little gassed again. I'm kind of having a little mixed feelings with Coop here because the energy isn't showing. He's giving very Najee Marshall vibes.
He is, and that's because we started seeing like Cisse playing, and he too is a rookie. I'm just you gotta match the level.
So we lost that game. It was a close game, right? So you can't get too mad, I guess.
No, I agree, and I think because We turned over the ball a lot. We had a lot of defensive plays. We did get the most blocks. We had 8 blocks compared to the Bucks of 6. So we still had a presence. It's just we couldn't finish.
Yeah, which has been kind of the issue.
Yes.
Moving on to the Suns. So we move on. The next game was the Suns. The game ended as Suns 123, Mavs 114 again. So it's a little kind of like, come on, guys. Booker led the way for the Suns with 26 points, 9 assists.
And I think that's great because no one in the Mavs hit over 20. No one hit 20.
So this was historically one of their worst games that not one single player hit 20 points on that game. But B. Will, again, was a spark in the beginning. He made the first 2 points of the game, then stole it immediately afterwards, assisted to PJ for the big slam. It was pretty cool.
It was.
B. Will brought a little, I guess, more controlled energy.
I agree. And he's even mentioned it. Like, we all know he has ADHD and OCD, and I love that. No complaints. Because he is fully aware, and he's not throwing bad passes or, like, he is loving the game like he did. Yeah.
As he
should. And he got better. He got 17 points. So, like, the more he plays, I can only expect him to be more comfortable.
Yeah, so he got 17 points. Again, our leader for that game was Klay Thompson with a whopping 19 points. Again, whoop-de-doo. Gafford with 9 rebounds, and B. Will had 9 assists that game. So B. Will was a big, outlet to making some scoring opportunities. He may not have had the most points, but he was there, close, and had the most assists. So he could have very well been on a double-double that game.
I agree, and I feel like this team is very 50-50 because Caleb Martin played this game, and he didn't have that energy. I think he's a two-way player, they mentioned.
Yeah,
he's not like B. Will is G Leaguer,
Right, and for those of you guys that don't know Caleb Martin, he actually was acquired last year as well on a trade, right? That all those trades that were happening and whatnot. Sorry, not last year, the year before. The year before that, we brought him in. He was injured, so he did not really start playing until last year. And he hasn't really brought energy at all in the past, year and a half that he's been with us? I haven't seen much.
I agree.
I think he's another one to be on the trade block. So I got D'Lo on the trade block. I got Caleb Martin on the trade block.
Najee hasn't been like last year. He came through. He was one of our main, and
Najee got paid this summer.
Najee got paid and gave up, and it's sad because he everyone who is still is. Yeah. And he just isn't.
And look, you can talk about stats, right? And all this, and that's important. I understand. But if you watch film and watch his energy on the court, it is just he's always walking around. He throws his hands up a lot. It's on that very Luka vibe, but except Luka actually got stuff done too.
And Najee is also one of our biggest turnover persons. Like this game, we had 21 turnovers compared to the Suns of only 12. It's just showing that we can't. Like I want Kai to teach these guys to ball handle because apparently we can't in the professional realm.
Well, Cooper got up and he had a big block in that game, so Cooper did some Cooper things, got a little better, but we lost. They were chanting "Fire Nico" at the end of that game while PJ was trying to shoot some free throws and win the game for us. But here's the fan base be doing some dumb stuff. Come on now, guys. Anyway, that's now over.
Yeah.
Because the breaking news is Nico's fired. So Nico Harrison, for those of you that don't know, was the GM that fired Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and traded away DJ and traded away
Brunson.
There you go. Oh my God, I almost forgot.
I have a list, honestly. I'm not diving into that list.
Yes, that's a whole other thing too.
He's gone. Nonetheless, he's out of there. He's gone. Good riddance. The city of Dallas had a little party, had a cake and stuff outside.
And now that he's gone, we played the Clippers in double overtime. That game went. Overtime.
Yeah, that game was the Clippers 133. They still won. Mavs 127. Pretty sad to put up a 127 in a double overtime when we were, just like last year saying we needed to put up 120 a game to win games.
Yeah.
And we've been averaging 114, which is why we keep losing.
Yeah, so this is obviously our most that we've had in this little stint.
Yeah, Harden had a 40-point triple-double that game.
He did.
41 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, a lot of flopping. If you count those, I'm sure he broke also the the century digit mark. A lot of flopping from that guy, which I still do not like watching him play.
Yeah, it was really hard to watch, especially since the referees have not been in the Mavs side, obviously because we're home. But like, it's shown, it's too obvious to not to mention that they're not calling anything on Mavs' favor.
Very, very obvious. For the Mavs side on that game, Russell had 28 points. Finally, did something again. Gafford had 8 rebounds, and B. Will had 5 assists. So they sat down B on that game.
They did. B. Will did not play as much as he did.
And we're thinking they're doing.
I think they're filtering out the bench or like the players, because this is the only game Najee and D'Lo scored above 20 points and scored 28 each.
They had more minutes.
They had more minutes, but my problem is this is not the only game you had the minutes in.
Right.
And now that Nico's gone, now you're going to be showing off?
I think, kid, put him in there, trying to see are you guys going to make it or not, given how they've been playing up to date. They have not been starting. D'Lo, kids coming off the bench, as obviously we told you, B. Will is now starting. But moving on, that game, it was pretty bad. We gave up a 15-point lead in the first, so they were down 15 points in the first quarter. We had 22 turnovers, 7 that were from D'Lo himself in that game.
We had 25 turnovers.
Right, 25 for, I guess, being a little more generous for the Mavericks.
Yes, because Clippers had 23 turnovers.
Right, so D'Lo as a starter had way more turnovers. That's why you're not starting, bro. Okay, it was not just us talking. The stats say it.
Also, Clay, he's also hasn't been starting, and he's been getting his most points coming off the bench.
Yeah, so he had, I think, that game, like 11 points.
Clay had 13 points that game.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
The next game, which the Blazers, he finally got 19 points in that game.
Yes, the score was 133 to 138, and we finally won that one.
In overtime again.
In overtime.
At least we won, right? So it's an upward trend, I guess you could say. At least they're giving overtime. They're not necessarily closing out games, but they're giving them a run for their money.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like they're trying harder, but it's also showing who isn't fitting.
Yeah.
Because you have B. Will over here doing amazing passes, but then you have D'Lo over here throwing football passes in a basketball game. Then you have Cisse over here killing it at the rim, and Najee can't even finish a layup or defense.
Many times he's missed at the rim. Mm-hmm. Many times. Looking very, very Spencer Dinwiddie-like.
I agree.
And, that's not cool, guys. You just got a $27 million contract and you're missing layups. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But yeah, so we had 7 turnovers in the first quarter in that game, also with the Blazers. And we got out-rebounded like crazy. But we still pulled out a win.
I agree.
Somehow, some way. PJ had 21 points because he came back. Najee had 9 rebounds. D'Lo had 7 assists.
I agree. My only thing is this game also showed that Max Christie can be moved by almost any player.
Yeah, hit the weight room.
That is my only flaw with him, is that we need a more sturdy presence, like PJ. Even B. Will is pretty sturdy, screening 2 guys in a game. Like, for his stature, that's crazy. But it's obvious Christie needs to, match Texas weight.
Yeah, he needs a little bit more of that barbecue that Anthony Davis has been eating.
Yeah.
But he's another one. He's on the trading block. They're actually thinking about shopping him. They're saying that, that's the last part that we need to move on. Mark Cuban is back in the office, supposedly. Okay. So Mavs are moving forward, you could say. I'm excited for the trade deadline. So
I agree.
Once that trade deadline comes, I guess we can see who our real team is going to be. Because there are going to be some pieces moved.
And now that Nico is gone, who do you think is the main piece that is going to be moved? Like, is there a main piece or multiple main pieces?
I think AD is absolutely the main piece to be moved. It doesn't look also that he wants to be in Dallas. Mm-hmm. It's just like, guys, body language is everything. Okay, and you can see it. Anthony Davis, the way he's walking around the court, like we had mentioned in past episodes, go check him out. It's proof that I think he was expecting a trade. The dude walked into a game recently of the Mavs game wearing a Packers jersey. Come on, bro. What are you doing?
Real.
What are you doing? Same in Wisconsin. I don't think Giannis would want him over there. So, or Milwaukee, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, we got one win out of the 4. Not the best, but some good news. It came in the middle of that 4 home run stretch.
I agree, and I think honestly, it may be a factor that Nico got fired, that they're more willing to play the game, because it was a very energy bummer. All the fans booing, and obviously the Luka drama. It's just we never shook off this breakup.
Yeah, our man Dirk said that this should have happened in the summer, and I agree. I think they were just trying to like really like let's play it out, which I mean I don't blame them for wanting to play it out, because you can't just fire him before the season starts. It's like we need to let him fail.
Yeah.
And we failed. And Dirk said it best, you know, this shouldn't have been looming over the Cooper flag era, and it looked like almost it was intentional.
It did, because the Cooper
showed out.
He did.
Look, like the last game, I understand PJ was a leader with 21, but so did Coop. Coop leaded with 21 points. He finished the game very well, and it looked like Cooper from preseason again.
Yes, it did.
So that one game, Cooper, that's what I'm saying. There's mixed feelings there. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, just acting like a bump, but he looked pretty solid this last go out.
I agree.
Yep. So, I mean, that's it for now for the Mavs side. Now, moving on to Seahawks side, which is typically what we say, like, it's our best side. Yeah. And
well, we've been spoiled with wins. Okay. Like, I'm not going to be super mad at the Seahawks. We have been on a winning streak.
So, Seahawks lost.
Yes.
Right? I'm not boasting fun or anything. I'm just saying it's usually our only win column.
Yes.
But this time, we didn't get that.
It seems to trade places.
It was a very close game at the end. I say at the end, because it wasn't like that.
At the beginning, no. We started off the game with interception after interception, and that's surprising with Sam, because he usually rounds one interception, and that's usually in the second half.
Yeah.
You know?
So the first drive of the game, Santos pick.
I also don't want to fully blame, I mean, yes, we got a bunch of interceptions, but the defense was asleep the first half, especially number 8. Oh my God. What's his name? Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, it's Bryant. Sorry.
Train of
thought. Anyways, number 8, Bryant really didn't show off in the first half. I don't know if it was intimidation. This was, of course, a big game for our league. We were both 7-2. And the Rams were a competition, if not the best competition to have. But unfortunately, Sam had some back trauma with the Rams, and it showed he's still hurt.
Yeah, he has PTSD, and it showed bad.
It showed really bad, because it's not the team can't do it, but when you're the main star with the ball, we kind of need you.
So Sam threw 4 picks.
Yeah.
Total. No touchdowns this time. So polar opposite of his normal game, right?
Yeah.
Those 4 touchdowns a game, 0 picks.
Although I will say, I don't know if it was on purpose, because Njigba didn't have a lot of plays.
I will say Njigba still got 9 receiving catches. Well, 9 catches and 105 yards.
Yeah.
So Njigba still, with his slow and I guess not greatest game, still put up 100 yards. So he still did good.
He still did good, but we depended a lot on our off players like Walker, which Walker was one of our main ones.
Arroyo was thrown to a couple times, which led to the interceptions.
Yeah, so it was obvious our main guy wasn't there. Not necessarily that we need him, but just that extra momentum, like the passes to Njigba, he caught and moved. Like there was one where he dodged a guy and moved. We need that extra oomph from Walker and Sashid, I think is his name.
Well, Cooper Kupp, another Cooper, right? That guy was also, his old team was the Rams. So there was also some history there. They kept him to a shutout for the most part. Like I think he had zero catches and 2 targets by like the third quarter.
And I agree.
So they were shutting him out. The Rams had a vendetta.
For sure. And it showed with the fans too. That every time the Cooper Kupp had a pass or a gameplay, it was all boos all around. And that's a mood buster. you know, even if it is you have drama or whatnot, like
I'm okay with negativity.
I guess,
I'd
but like
rather-
when you're already doing bad and then you get the boot,
True.
it's just another bullet in the
Yeah.
back, you know.
Absolutely.
And then no touchdowns. The kicker saved our butts until he
They scored
couldn't.
one touchdown,
They scored one
and that was
touchdown,
it.
and that was it.
They-
From a game, players who used to butcher teams in the first half.
Yeah, well, Sam still ended up having 279 yards, but he threw for 44 times with 29 completions. So it wasn't his worst game. It's just a lot of the bad decisions went unexcused this time.
Yeah.
Like, he could not be any shape or form making a wrong decision.
I
And
agree.
every time he did, they made him pay for it. Walker had 16 carries and 67 yards. Not good. I already told you JSN stat. Matt Stafford for the Rams, he was 15 to 28. So look, he only threw as many times as Sam completed. Actually, Sam completed one more than the total attempts of Matthew Stafford. Matthew only threw for 130 yards. And their running back did really well, though. Williams, he ran for 12 times, 91 yards. And their receiver, the best one, was Nakua for 7 catches, 75 yards. That's not too bad.
I mean, I agree. Once the team turned on, it was obvious that we were well balanced with each other because they kept having to kick the ball and having to kick the ball. But our team couldn't finish. We couldn't get to the end zone. We got there multiple times, hence the field goals. It's just we got rattled this time.
The game ended 19-21. Close game.
It was.
But it was not close until the fourth. I will say that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of chasing the entire game, but the defense stepped up in the third. Mm-hmm. They stopped the Rams from scoring the second and third, actually. The Rams didn't score again after that first quarter, but that made all the difference.
Yeah.
To end the game.
I agree. I mean, sadly, that was our bummer of the week, but it's not consistent. We've been spoiled with wins, you know, so it's fine for Sam, but just don't do it again, Sam.
With that being said, the Niners played also Arizona, so that was another division rivalry game. Mm-hmm. They butchered them 41-22. The Niners brought up back Brock Purdy for the first time after 6 weeks. He was injured with a toe injury, and they've been doing fine without him. Obviously, they're not too far behind the Seahawks, but they're still third.
Yeah.
So the Rams now with that took over first place in the NFC West. Seahawks were second, and who are they again? Forgot those guys.
Cardinals? Niners. Niners.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not a fan of the Niners. Anyway, the Cardinals are 3-7. We're looking real Mavericks there.
Yeah.
But they're at the bottom of the bin. So there's a tight battle in the NFC.
It is, and exciting to watch. Do you still think the Rams will, take it from us? Like in the end, are they our biggest competition?
I would say, I mean, the division
in our division, yes.
The division's
in our division.
The Niners are a force no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams have been as well, and now you guys are. So that usually it's 2 are good, and then 2 are very terrible. But they look like they could all fight for that NFC Championship game.
I agree.
So
I think they're good players.
That's why this game was supposed to be like an NFC Championship preview, I guess you could say. Not fair for the Cardinals. They're not going to win anything. They're not even close to being division leaders.
Back.
Doubt it. But I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. just got injured, which is their best receiver. And well, anyway,
they have next year.
They're not even worth talking about. Okay? But yeah, so that's football for now. We'll keep you posted definitely with once the races start getting a little more narrow, then we'll start maybe commenting on your favorite teams.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys want to talk about too. Maybe you guys want to speak on a different division, the AFC. I know the Chiefs right now are the best team to be hated. So let me know, guys. Let us know. And so we'll be back with you next week. And another episode to keep you in tune with our sports.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Bye.